Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. This is the Football Connect. I'm your host Sam, and we are back again with another one. We have just got the results, people. The results are in and we are gonna talk about it. Manchester City versus Real Madrid. It ends Real Madrid 4, Manchester City 3 on penalties, as Manchester City finished in a stalemate with the Real Madrid. 1-1 was the scoreline at the Etihad. But there were, of course, 3 goals that were scored the other one. So it was 4-4 in terms of the games. But it ends up in a stalemate. Then it goes to penalties. Then Bernardo Silva with one of the penalties that we'll never want to talk about again in our life. And we saw as well Kovacic messing up things as well. So it's also another one of the penalties we will never want to talk about. What a game. What are your thoughts? That's the only thing I can ask. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comment section, because Real Madrid have just knocked Manchester City out of the tournament. And not only that, Arsenal have also been knocked out of the tournament by Bayern Munich. So yesterday I made an interesting take when I was about to finish my video. I was like, imagine all the Spanish teams going out of the Champions League in the same round. Now look at this turnaround. All the English teams are out of the Champions League. All the English teams are out of the Champions League in the same round. And the interesting part is that all these are the teams that were running out. They were running for the tournament. Let me tell you something crazy intake that I have here. Spanish leaders, Real Madrid, have just gone to the Etihad to knock out Premier League leaders, Manchester City. Of course, we are going to talk about the tactics of the game, but just look at that. As much as we are always excited talking about how the English Premier League is that good, we always have to also recognize that there are some things that are playing a part in terms of how the tournament is going. These are Spanish leaders who have come into the Etihad, made sure that they put out one of the best defensive masterclass. I think Ancelotti took that book out of the Arsenal textbook in terms of how Arsenal approached the game against Man City, and they knew what to do. And of course, we're going to talk about how Man City were wasteful, but in terms of destruction of the game, Real Madrid were really destroyed in the game. They were really destroyed because they had nothing to offer. They could not really break down this team that is called Man City. They only knew how to defend, and the players like Rudiger, they might not really get so many shouts in terms of football wise, but these are the players who are so important in terms of what they were doing. And somehow Ancelotti knew how to set up. He knew that he did not have too many, so he made sure that Camavinga made that DM role his own. The likes of Jude Bellingham, of course, Jude Bellingham, Vini Jr., Rodrigo, and who's the other one? Valverde. They were just playing the ones who were all over, moving around, just stopping Man City from having an opportunity. Sorry for that. Just stopping Manchester City from having an opportunity to shoot any shot on target. They made sure that they kept that position protected. They had to cover, they had to hoover, they had to make sure it's impossible for this team to break this team down. And Man City, as much as they tried, Kevin De Bruyne, I'm telling you, he's kicking himself. As much as he scored the equalizer, he had an opportunity to bury this in the 18 area or close to the 16 area, where if he had just kicked the ball properly, it was a goal. It was going to be decided then, but somehow the guy missed. Erling Haaland, again, another player who you'd expect to do something, disappeared in an important game. He disappeared, did not show up for Manchester City, and that in a way made the job easier for Real Madrid, because they knew that the only threat that they were dealing with was Kevin De Bruyne, and they knew that the only other threat they're dealing with was Bernardo Silva in this one, because they knew that Haaland only needed a man, and the man was always there. He could not get, they tried the crosses, and the crosses, somehow there was always a player out there to clear the ball out. They could not allow them to use the middle point where they can actually hurt the team. They only had to use the other sides, which For me, it was just crazy to watch. I've never seen that, really, to be honest, because you are Man City, you are at home, you are running the game, you have to find ways to break down what you were trying to do. Jeremy Doku came in, and I felt like Grealish was good, but what Jeremy Doku was doing, picking on defenders, it was amazing. But I think rather than to make an honest, or should I say a proper decision on time, he was getting in over his head, and he was doing so many things which were not really necessary, and in a way costed Man City to find an opportunity to get something in the game. They should have won this game in 120 minutes that they played, but they had to play extra time and they lost it on penalties. And now this, when you look at it at the end of the day, it's actually going to cost the team, because they now have to prepare for the FA Cup in the weekend, and they know that the Champions League journey is done and they have to focus on other things. So there is a lot of things that is happening in the Premier League, and I really want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. What did you think of the performance from Man City? Did you think they deserve to be knocked out, or you looked at, when you look at it, you thought they should have done something meaningful, because they had so many opportunities? They could have actually won this game while there was still so much time. They moved the ball. I don't even think Edison was threatened that much. Do you know that from the goal that was scored by Real Madrid, it took them almost around 93 minutes to actually have another shot, not even on target, but a goal, which was the Rudiger chance that was taken long after the game was coming to an end. That tells you exactly how much you need to know in terms of destruction that I'm talking about in the game. Man City really suffocated Real Madrid. They did everything they could. They played it so well, but somehow they just did not finish their dinner. And we always talk about this, especially with the big teams. If you don't finish your chances, if you control the game, you do everything, and you don't finish your chances, whether you like it or not, whether you're doing good or not, you will end up regretting these chances. You will end up regretting not taking your final meal, not actually getting this to the end of the game. And that's exactly what Man City did. They had so much time. They had all the position. They should have really done so much with this game. But somehow here I am talking about a Real Madrid win. And now we are going to be talking about a Rudiger masterclass. Talking about the goalkeeper of Real Madrid masterclass, because he knew how to stop Manchester City. He knew how to defend, and today he was really good in terms of the amount of saves he had to pull out. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, Man City really did try, but they just could not get the thing. And at some point when you could see that there was an honest shot, either it was deflected or a bit moved, so it went to the keeper and didn't have the punch that it was supposed to move with. And that was the irritation of the game. So in terms of what I talked about when I say Manchester City would destroy Real Madrid, football wise, tactical wise, the movement of the game and everything, they did destroy Real Madrid. But according to what I've actually seen, it might have actually been Ancelotti's plan. It might have actually been Ancelotti's plan to make sure that he allows Real Madrid, he allows Man City to play the game, to control, to do everything that they can. And he just had to make sure that he kept the ball from not entering the net, because he knew that his players could not deal with the pressure or the speed or everything that Man City could offer in the game. So he made sure that he stopped this Man City team from actually doing anything going forward. And you have to respect it, because I feel like it was a masterclass, and at the end of the day, it got them the victory. At the end of the day, it got them the victory. We are here now talking about what they did. What a save, by the way, by the goalkeeper of Real Madrid in terms of penalties. That Bernardo Silva penalty, I have no idea where that came from. Kovacic, you cannot really complain about the Kovacic penalty, because I think he tried his best. He did everything he could. But at the end of the day, here we are talking about how Man City could not break down, could not hurt, could not destroy this Real Madrid team. Now we are out. We are here talking about the semi-finals, and Spanish team Real Madrid, Germany team Bayern Munich, and Germany team Dortmund France team in PSG. Those are the teams that goes to the next stage of the Champions League. Who's now going to win this league? Everyone predicted Man City was going to win the Champions League, but now the script has been rewritten by Real Madrid and Anthony Rudiger. Now, who wins the league? Let me know in the comment section who's going to win the Champions League and what are we expecting to see going forward. What a performance, by the way. What a masterclass. But it wasn't just enough to get this team over the line. And if you don't get over the line, we talk about conversation like this. We talk about things like this that has just happened. What an interesting night. A lot of teams have been cancelled out. Next, we'll be talking Arsenal versus Bayern Munich. No, in fact, yeah, we'll be talking about them, how they failed to actually do something meaningful. There's a lot of things that I need to talk about, especially the star boy. What happened? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I've been your host, Sam, and congratulations to Real Madrid. Vamos, you never write these teams down, even though I tried to do so. I have to bite my own words, people. I have to, and it's actually a fair fact. It's the truth. I have to bite my words. They stepped up, and Man City just did not in terms of finishing their chances. And here we are. Thank you very much for watching, and see me on the other side. I'm out. Peace. Subscribe to the content.